Corto Star, a great horse of the ages, against defending champion Long Run. This is the Gold Cup. Here's Richard Hoyles.
And they're off. Betfred Cheltenham Gold Cup field are led away by Midnight Chase on the run towards the first of 22 fences. Corto Star very handy with the white face, with Time for Rupert as they approach the first. Nakara Bow took it in fourth place. Long Run not the best over the first. And at the rear of the field, likewise, the Midnight Club. As habitual front runner here at Cheltenham, Midnight Chase leads them towards the second with Corto Star. Time for Rupert and the faller. What a Friend has come down. What a Friend is a faller at fence number 2. What a Friend out of the contest. Fortunately, he didn't severely impede any of the others. Carruthers, who can often front run, is well back in the field and having to work at this stage. And at the rear of the field, the Midnight Club. Jockey just being attended to What a Friend's rider, Daryl Jacob, on the landing side. The horse is galloping away okay. So meanwhile, on towards the third. Out in front, we have the stripes of Midnight Chase, leading from Corto Star. Time for Rupert is out wider with Nakara Bow. White face of the Giant Bolster in 5th place, over ahead of Long Run. Burton Port races in 7th place. Towards the outside is China Rock, and even wider is Carruthers. Synchronised White Face comes next ahead of Weird Al, then Diamond Harry, and the Midnight Club at the rear of the field as they step over the water jump. Once again, the field take it without mishap. Synchronised, however, is just being niggled along, just struggling to lie up in the early stages here as they reach the next, at which a good leap by Midnight Chase continues to show the way. In 2nd place, Nakara Bow with Corto Star. Time for Rupert. Long Run right behind them with Burton Port, and then the Giant Bolster, as Midnight Chase didn't take that too well. Synchronised is still towards the rear, and Burton Port was pushed along for a stride or two on landing there as well. Weird Al is held up towards the rear of the field as they continue to climb towards another open ditch. Midnight Chase over in front from Nakara Bow. Long Run for the first time joins Corto Star in 3rd and 4th, with Time for Rupert sharing that position on the outside as well. The Giant Bolster from China Rock. Burton Port comes next with Carruthers out wider. Diamond Harry ahead of Weird Al as they take another plain one. And at the rear of the field, there was a slight mistake by the Midnight Club. Again, Synchronised ridden, and Corto Star is being ridden along and has significantly lost his position. He jumped off prominently, but is now finding himself back in midfield, Corto Star, and is losing ground as Midnight Chase takes the next ahead of Time for Rupert. And Corto Star is now towards the back of the field and is dropping out as they, and I think Ruby Walsh may well be pulling Corto Star up. He's anchored him right out the back, and I'm afraid Corto Star, a real national hunt giant, is going to bow out at an early stage in his 6th consecutive Gold Cup as the Midnight Chase leads them over the next. So Midnight Chase leads Time for Rupert. Over in 3rd place, China Rock. Long Run's rider, Sam Whaley-Cohen, has a long look round. I think he's trying to ascertain exactly whether Corto Star is still in the race or not. Nakara Bow comes next. From Carruthers, the Giant Bolster, then Burton Port, Diamond Harry, then Weird Al as they straighten back towards home. So out in front, still with well over a circuit to race, it's Midnight Chase who leads from Time for Rupert in 2nd place. China Rock and Long Run are the next two. Nakara Bow took it in 5th place from the Giant Bolster. Burton Port comes next from Carruthers, then Diamond Harry. Synchronised just edging closer. Weird Al always been towards the back of the field as Midnight Chase jumps well over that, and Weird Al was not too clever there, and he is being pushed along towards the rear of the field as well. So Midnight Chase, with a circuit to travel in the Betfred Cheltenham Gold Cup, leads by half a length from in 2nd. Time for Rupert. Long Run well positioned in 3rd ahead of China Rock. The Giant Bolster comes next from Burton Port. Carruthers has always had to work wide out in about 7th or 8th place behind these Diamond Harry as they make the turn with Weird Al under pressure. Synchronised has always been on the back foot, but is beginning to make a bit of ground. Midnight Chase joined by Time for Rupert over that. Long Run again a little scruffy in 3rd, but not a serious mistake. China Rock comes next from the Giant Bolster, Nakara Bow, Burton Port, Carruthers. Synchronised behind these Diamond Harry. Weird Al's really beginning to struggle and has dropped off the back end, is about 7 lengths behind the others in company with the Midnight Club. So racing on towards the next, Midnight Chase with Time for Rupert. Long Run, the Giant Bolster, and China Rock are the front 5. Burton Port is over in 6th place ahead of Synchronised, Nakara Bow, then Carruthers. Diamond Harry is racing in about 9th or 10th place as they rise at the next, and Midnight Chase and his beloved Cheltenham leads from Time for Rupert. Long Run has held a perfect position just about throughout as they race towards 6 from from home. China Rock's in 4th place. The Giant Bolster is racing in 5th. Synchronised and Burton Port are 6th and 7th as they soar over that. And out in front, Time for Rupert sharing the lead with Midnight Chase. Long Run and China Rock, Burton Port edging closer with the Giant Bolster and Synchronised, and these 7 have broken away. The race towards the fence at the top of the hill, and it's very tight there. Midnight Chase, Long Run almost jumped into the back of him as the leading bunch just begin to group up as they now make the turn. Racing then towards the 4th last, now in front, Time for Rupert. It is who leads the turn. Time for Rupert on the outside of Midnight Chase. China Rock, then Long Run, Burton Port, then the Giant Bolster, and Synchronised continuing to work himself into the race. Nakarabo is in 8th. Midnight Chase has given way, and Time for Rupert leads the descent down towards the 3rd last. The Giant Bolster, Long Run on the right with the noseband. Burton Port is stable companion, China Rock, and Synchronised towards the outside. Time for Rupert is still out in front as they make the turn back towards home from the Giant Bolster. Long Run just held in a pocket as Burton Port tries to improve on the outside. Synchronised once again is just found wanting for pace and turning for home out in front. It is Time for Rupert. The Giant Bolster, Burton Port and Long Run now threaten to throw down challenges. Synchronised is staying on for pressure. 2 from home. The Giant Bolster moves to the lead in the Gold Cup from Time for Rupert. Long Run, Burton Port can't go on, and down towards the last. It's the Giant Bolster who leads. Synchronised is coming home strongly with the white face for Tony McCoy, and Long Run jumps alongside as well. Synchronised, who was flat to the boards early, has fought his way to the front. Long Run battling on the far side, the Giant Bolster, but it's Synchronised who's come right from the back of the field to win a dramatic Betfred Cheltenham Gold Cup. Synchronised for A.P. McCoy, John O'Neill and J.P. McManus won the Gold Cup. The Giant Bolster, a mighty run in 2nd. Long Run, Burton Port, Time for Rupert, Nakarabo, Midnight Chase, China Rock behind these, the Midnight Club and Carruthers.
One great champion exits centre stage. One sees his crown slip from his grasp. But the greatest champion of all, the 16 times champion, takes the Betfred Cheltenham Gold Cup on Synchronised. A.P. McCoy.